This has got to be one of the worst situations anyone can be in. You want to be close to someone, genuinely, deeply, wanting it. And then the second is here? Nope. Some part of you does a U turn, therefore sabotaging it. You just can't win. It's almost funny if you think about it, but you also have to realize it's your own personal life. Some nights you lie awake wanting someone to text you, and then the second someone finally does, you just stare at your phone for 20 minutes. You may or may not respond at all. You long for a relationship, and then you feel your chest tighten the moment someone starts wanting one with you. Listen, you are not confused. You want people, just like me. You just also, at the same time, want them all gone. If that sounds like a design flaw, well, it's not. It's a documented pattern with a name, a history, and this is the part that actually helps an explanation. It has nothing to do with you being broken, dramatic, or even impossible to love. The easiest explanation is that you're just an introvert, or a commitment phobic, or quote unquote not ready. Those labels get handed out a lot, and they all quietly imply the same thing: the fact that you are choosing this, that if you just wanted it enough, you'd let people in. Researchers who study this have found something different. This is not a preference, it's a conflict. Two systems in your nervous system pulling in opposite directions at full strength at the same time over the same person. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why your body can treat the person you want most as both a comfort and a threat. There is also a 200-year-old idea from a notoriously grumpy philosopher that explains this. It's better than most modern self-help guide ever had. We'll get there. But first, the actual mechanism, the thing psychologists call the push-pull. In the 1990s, a psychologist named Kim Bartholomew mapped out how adults handle closeness and identified a style she called fearful-avoidant attachment. It's one of four patterns, and it's the only one built from two contradictory alarms wired in at the same time. Here's the mechanism. One alarm goes off when someone pulls away. That's the fear of abandonment, and it screams, "Don't let them leave." The other alarm goes off when someone gets close. That's the fear of engulfment, and it screams, "Don't let them in." Most people run mainly one alarm or the other. If you have this pattern, you run both, and they trigger off the exact same person, often with the same conversation. So, here's the reframe. It's not that you don't know what you want. It's that you have two compelling survival systems, both convinced they're protecting you, both aimed at the identical target. Wanting someone close and needing them gone is not a contradiction. It's two alarms doing their jobs at the same time. And it's not random which alarms got installed. This pattern tends to form when early on the person you needed for comfort was also sometimes the source of the fear. So, your nervous system learned a strange dual lesson. Closeness is safety, and closeness is also danger. From the same person, sometimes within the same hour, your body did not malfunction. It learned the environment it was given. Now, for that 200-year-old idea, because honestly, no modern psychologist had said it better. In 1851, the philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, a man not exactly known for his sunny disposition, wrote a short parable about a group of hedgehogs on a freezing night. The hedgehogs huddled together for warmth, but the closer they got, the more they prick each other with their spines. So they pull apart. Then they got cold again. So they huddled back in. Then they get pricked again. They spent the whole night oscillating in and out, never finding a distance that's both warm and painless. Freud loved this parable so much that he made it popular as the hedgehog's dilemma. He used it to describe exactly this push pull in human intimacy. And decades later, researchers actually tested a version of it. A 2007 study led by John Maynard examined how people respond to social rejection and found that some people, when they feel excluded, don't reach out for more connection. They pull back further, even from people who are safe, therefore protecting themselves from a wound that hasn't even happened yet, which is the whole thing in one image. You are the hedgehog. The cold is real loneliness. The spines are the risk of getting hurt again. And the pulling away is not proof you don't want the warmth. It's proof you remember exactly how much the last prick hurt. Here's the detail almost nobody mentions, and it's a little absurd once you notice. You will often do more emotional labor managing the distance than the actual relationship would have cost you in the first place. You'll spend 40 minutes deciding whether to text back a simple, hey. An entire committee meets inside your head to approve a 2-word reply. The relationship itself might have taken less energy than avoiding it. There is a quieter cost to all of this that is easy to miss from the outside, because this doesn't look like fear from the outside. It looks like independence. It looks like someone who is simply low maintenance, chill, and doesn't need much. People will compliment you on how easygoing you are, on how you never seem needy. And they have no idea that what they are praising is a nervous system working overtime to look calm while quietly panicking inside. And that's the part that stings. The very thing keeping you safe is also the thing making sure you stay a little bit alone. Not because you don't want people, it's because wanting them fully out loud felt dangerous once. And some part of you is still guarding a door that maybe doesn't need guarding anymore. And here is where it almost gets comedic. In a way, your brain can be at your own expense. You will plan an entire future with someone in your head after one good conversation. The vacations, the inside jokes, the whole trajectory. And then, the second they text, hey, been thinking about you, you will feel a genuine urge to move to a different zip code. You will miss someone with your whole being the moment they stop texting. You will feel a wave of relief the moment they start texting again, sometimes 40 minutes apart from each other. If you have ever mentally drafted, edited, and abandoned a text messages so many times that the moment to send it just closed on its own, drop it in the comments. I promise there's a group chat of people doing this in silence, and it's larger than anyone is willing to admit. So, here is where it all comes down to. Wanting people close and needing them gone isn't you being difficult or cold or unlovable. It's 2 alarms, one for abandonment, one for engulfment, both installed for good reason, both still firing at the same time in full force, long after the danger that built them had already passed. You're not the only hedgehog out there, oscillating in the cold, looking for a distance that's warm without being painful. Most people doing this are quietly convinced they're the only one. They are almost never the only one. If you want more of this, subscribing takes about 2 seconds. I promise it requires 0 emotional vulnerability whatsoever. Either way, thanks for being here. Now, go answer that text. Or don't. No judgment here. Ever.